So in this video, I'm going to show you how to where to get text. So this is like a big mystery for people when they are starting their website, and it doesn't have to be really. If you've done your stalking, your competitor stalking, you should have a list of all the elements that you might like to include in your website. And then, yeah, the process of like actually writing the content that you need for your site. Um, Obviously, it's always better when you hire a professional because they know what they're doing, right? That's what they do. But I understand, like, when you're starting out, you may not have a budget for that, and that's okay. So, the whole idea of creating a website is to start generating interest and start building credibility for your audience. And so that means that your content, yes, it should be professional, but there's so many examples that you can kind of pull ideas from and inspiration from already out there existing. So on your competitor's stalking journey, I hope that you made note of like certain text and content that actually was good and captivating. The good thing about Squarespace is that they kind of outline the content you need for you. So, and I actually, if you buy a template from me, I currently have I have a couple of templates for one for nonprofit, one for healers, and one for coaches, like empowerment coaches. So in my templates, and I'll show you now. In my templates, I actually outline exactly the content that you need to put exactly in exact positions. So it doesn't get any easier than that, right? I actually outline everything that you need. I'm just going to give you an example of the homepage for an NGO or a nonprofit template that I created. But if you don't buy a template from me and you just go through Squarespace, they also do a nice job of outlining what content should go where. So if you have an industry that's like pretty common, like a massage therapist, I would recommend picking a template that is like very specific already to your industry and then just following that template very closely. There may be some things that you want to update and manipulate, but the point here is to get the most beautiful site you can for the least amount of effort and the least amount of time and the least amount of money, right? So let Squarespace kind of do the work for you, right? If you're not a trained website designer or you don't really have a lot of ideas, then just don't, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? That's a saying that from where I grew up in the US. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So basically, if you're a massage therapist and you've chosen the Irving template, it's like kind of related because it's fitness. So you see right here where fitness is life. Welcome to the neighborhood's toughest gym. Now, here's what not to do. Don't take this template and then say that you're going to put your whole about page in this section. Don't do that. Your audience does not need a book describing who you are and where you're from and how you got started in business. No, keep it simple. Keep it simple and let the professionals who've already compiled this template for you show them some respect. So basically, just follow this format. So where fitness is life, you would keep it the same amount of length. So where massage is rejuvenation, or where massage is connection. Welcome to the neighborhood's safest solitude or safe space, or play around with the words, obviously, but it helps me when I'm like starting something or I'm embarking something that has a lot of different components. I get overwhelmed, right? And then I try to I try to make things more complicated than they really are, and they don't have to be. So now you have this like container. You have this container where fitness is life. So you really only have to come up with 4 words that describe what your business is, and then use that as your content going forward. So obviously, it's better if you have a branding kit, if you can talk to a branding specialist, if they can help you kind of brainstorm a mission and value statement. But if you're DIYing, you don't have that option, right? So the idea is to just get the most professional, beautiful images and text that you can within your budget. So same thing here. So you have classes. Say instead of classes, you put packages. So you have massage packages. And then here, pull your weight. So again, like copy it, not word for word, obviously, unless you're opening a gym, but copy it, copy the length and kind of the tone of what Squarespace gives you. And really just go through. So like when you're making your site plan, like just seriously go through the template and just write down all of the information that you need to compile. So about the gym, okay, so about the massage studio. They have exactly 2 sentences that are not super they're not super special, but they don't have to be, right? They just have to tell your audience what it is that you do. Here's a quote. You could put a testimonial in there from an actual real life customer, or you can put your favorite quote in there. Perfect. Okay. So then you go to the about page, same thing. Don't make this complicated. It doesn't have to be. Your about page is, it has like this little intro. To me, this kind of speaks more of like to a contact page of the information you would include. But if you're a service professional and you're a massage therapist, you would want to put in your credentials there. You would want to put in maybe how long you've been massaging, maybe where you went to school. More importantly, tell a story. So tell the story of how you kind of took this journey. Again, don't make it complicated. It doesn't have to be super long. It can be 3 sentences. That sounds a little short on my, in my perspective, but you could put a little paragraph here of your about, and then as you scroll, you could put down where your equipment is. You could put down your education, your qualifications. And then on the classes, so we've already determined that like classes are your massage packages. So again, you would put your massage packages here with little bit more explanation than on the front page, and then your contact. So pulling content, like adapting content from your template is the easiest, quickest way that you can get kind of professional content without a lot of headache. You can even have the same wording that they use. So please feel free to contact us with any questions. Maybe just change that to me. Please feel free to contact me with any questions. Boom. Then you've got a beautiful